What up, people? Seth here. Long time between videos. I know you guys miss my wonderful, beautiful voice. Sorry, I don't have the camera aimed at me, but I kind of want to show you guys some cool new toys that I haven't really talked much about. So I've kind of gone away from swords. I still love them. I still maintain mine. I've sold a bunch of them, but I kept my Budos. I kept my Hanweis. Let's see, I kept the mask. But pretty much everything else is gone. And maybe I'll do a what's left video of my sword collection eventually. But anyway, I've kind of shifted over what I can actually carry and use every day, and that actually may save my life and just make my life easier in general. So here's some of the things I carry on my person every day. I can't carry this at work without getting fired, but you better believe it that when I'm not wearing that badge at work, I'm carrying this. And I carry just a simple Uncle Mike's pocket holster. This material kind of grips to the inside of your pocket depending on what kind of pants you're wearing. It works best in jeans or khakis, anything like that. It's gonna hold it snug. And then of course the weapon is a Glock 2740 cal. I do not keep it chambered at the house, but it has got a full mag. And holding the camera with one hand, so I can't really do much else except show you the gun. If you want to see a good review of this gun, check out Hickok 45. He loves this little bad boy. Mine is the Generation 3. I do love it a lot, though. I fired this many times at my buddy Dustin's house. Never had a failure, never had anything wrong with it. It's good to go. You keep bullets going through it, break it down, clean it every 10,000 rounds, it seems like, and you're good to go. Of course, it's a Glock. You're good. So that's in my pocket. If I'm not at work, this is in my pocket. It doesn't even print that bad. If I'm using really, really grippy pants, I have a little Kydex. It looks almost like that. And it snaps over the front, secures the trigger, but I prefer this one. Anyway, the next thing I always have on me, especially at work, is a flashlight. Any of these tactical flashlights that has a beam that comes out like that, these are great. And this one has a strobe that sometimes works, so I decided not to use it on any of my firearms, but just, going to the car, and just, because you shine this in someone's eyes, trust me, I tried it on myself, I was blind for like 2 months straight. You're going to blind them. And, you don't have to kill someone to save your life or to avoid, getting yourself hurt. It's a good defensive tool. But of course it has other uses. At work I use it all the time. Look up under shelves and stuff. Anyway, I believe if you're going out, you should have some kind of a flashlight on you. You should have something that emits light. And your phone is an okay choice, but you're not going to get that precise beam to where you can put it right in someone's face. So, some good advice. Carry a flashlight. My keys. Looks harmless, right? This is a cold steel Super Edge. Now, I don't like cold steel that much, but to carry a knife on your keychain or around your neck, this is a perfect little cut the seat belt, cut some tape. It's a great little knife. It secures very easily. It stays really sharp. It's serrated. I use it to cut tape at work all the time, but it still stays pretty damn sharp. All you gotta do is strop it. And plus, most people don't look at your keys. When they're sizing you up for weapons, you have this around your belt loop. It kind of just blends in with the rest of that stuff. That's my key fob for my car. Stuff like that. But if you don't want to wear that, you don't want to carry that, how about a SOG key knife? You can get these on Amazon for little to nothing. You never know. I'm having trouble opening it one-handed. You never know. It might just come in handy one day. Who knows? I'm going to leave that probably exposed because I got my hand on my other hand on my camera. So anyway, next couple of things is a tactical pen. You can carry a pen most anywhere. If anyone questions you about it, well, officer, sir, this is a pen. It does actually write. Pretty damn good, actually. Yeah. Pardon me. It does actually write. So, a tactical pen has a lot of good uses. It's obviously it's a pen, so it can write. You got an impact weapon, glass breaker, and this little point, while you would think it may hurt your finger to use an ice pick grip, it actually just keeps it from moving around. But this is a what's it called? OG Tactical. I got it on Amazon. There's a ton of these things out there, guys, and they're all, they all have their good points and their bad points. I only own one tactical pen. That's enough. And I do carry it every day. I've busted open boxes. I've smashed it into stuff, when I walk by just to see how it'll do. Good to go. They're like $19 on Amazon. I'm going to try to have links for all this crap in the description so you guys know where to go. My pocket knife has been upgraded from a Spyderco to a Benchmade 531. I just like this knife. It stays really sharp. You can bring it back with just a strop. You got great G10 scales, jimping, easy flick, thumb open. If you really, I'm not going to do it because I'll probably throw the knife across the room while holding the camera, but if you really just jerk it open like that, the blade will fly open. Also, if you're in a bind, you want to deploy it quietly or slowly. The lock actually acts as a kind of a jump start on the knife. It gets it going. Benchmade 531, damn good knife. I'm gonna have all the specs on this too, and because I can't remember what kind of steel it is, to be honest with you. I've gotten so many blades and guns and shit here lately. I can't remember all this stuff. I just thought I'd share with you what I carry now. Now, a lot of people want to know what they can carry when they go into weapon-free zones, or they got to go through a metal detector, or their work and their business does not allow weapons. Now, this would probably not classify as a weapon because it's not steel. It's completely made out of resin. This is called a Ka-Bar Shark Bite TDI. Basically a plastic version of the OS 8 TDI over here by Ka-Bar. Now the cool thing about this is, like I said, you can go through metal detectors. It's not going to go off. You can carry it in weapon-free zones. You might get your question, but you could probably talk your way out of it because there's no edge on it. I'm putting pressure and there's nothing on it. What this thing is for is basically it's a one-time use defense tool. You wouldn't want to use this to actually attack anybody. So if you're thinking about using this for like military use, sensory removal, slitting throats type of deal, it's not going to do that. This is meant to stop someone from hurting you. I mean, yeah, you could fuck somebody up with it, but you're not going to take anyone's life, unless you really just lay into them. It's meant to just, someone jumps you, you pull this out because it deploys really quick, and you can hide it anywhere, and just go to work on them just to get them off of you. That so that's why I consider this a defense knife. I don't believe the sheet's made out of Kydex. It's some kind of resin, but it's very good. You got a lot of holes here, a lot of options. Put a belt through it. I've seen some people even wear them in their socks, and they're $10. I mean, why not have one of these? Go grab one. It's a Ka-Bar. It's damn good. Now, as far as the point, how long it'll last, I just kind of punched a few boxes at work, and the point did go down a little bit. It's resin, so it's not meant to just last forever. Like I said, it's like a disposable, save your life, and then get another one type of deal. But it's a good option. It's a good everyday carry option. Now, this is my latest little toy. It's this Ka-Bar TDI, the regular bladed one. Basically the same thing as that, but it's actually a knife. You can, cut with this. I wouldn't recommend you baton with this or do any woodworking things like that. This is a self-defense knife, plain and simple. You don't want to use this to go open up boxes. I mean, it could, but you want to save this to save your life. You want to have this not as a pocket knife or a utility knife. You want to carry this as a self-defense option. Now, unlike this one, there's a big brother to this one, and you could probably use that one for sentry removal, you know, getting that jugular, getting that, what's that called? The carotid artery. Now, this one will do the job, but once again, it's more of a defense knife. In the description of when you buy this is like law enforcement officers' last possible thing they want to go for in a fight. You know, they recommend you carry this on your weak side. So if you're right-handed, you want to carry it on your left side. That way, if a threat is going for your gun, you know, your main weapon over here, you have this little bad boy on your weaker side or your off side. And the cool thing about this thing is unlike most knives that are fixed in a Kydex sheath, and I know this video is going way too long, but look at this part right here on the sheath, on the clip right there. You see that little hook? That means if you get this thing on your belt and you yank up and you're in a fight, you don't want the whole thing to come off in the sheath, like so. Yeah, let's see. Not my best camera work here. And a lot of knives you'll yank and you get the whole thing up. A lot of guns are like that. You know, you have a contraption like this and you pull the whole thing out and you get this. And you're trying to pull a trigger and you got the damn... This isn't going to happen with this if it's on your belt. Because that little hook is going to prevent the sheath from moving with the knife. That's a good deal. It's just this K-bar. And there's a serrated version of this. You know, for cutting seat belts and other fleshy things. But yeah, you can use it in the punch grip, the standard cutting. You can even use it almost like a karambit grip, reverse ice pick. Like I said, this is meant to be in your weaker hand, which I'm going to carry it kind of in the middle. You know, kind of like, you know, hooked to either one side like this or like that, depending on what I'm carrying that day. But I do like this little knife. It's AUS-8 steel. K-Bar's got a pretty good reputation. God, I can't talk tonight. K-Bar's got a pretty good rep, and yeah, I've seen a lot of good reviews on this thing. It came pretty sharp. It has a toothy edge to it, and I may just leave that. And what I mean by toothy is they got it sharp, and it'll shave a little bit. But if you were to strop it, you would have to shave off more metal to get to where it would shave again, if that makes any sense. Those of you guys that sharpen knives and you know a lot about edges, you know just what I'm talking about. If you were to smooth this out, you would lose edge. You would lose the cutting ability because it has that toothy, rip into type edge. But anyway, I don't know. I'll probably leave it alone. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, guys, that's just what I carry on me nowadays. Figured you guys might want to hear back from me. And that's all I got. You got any questions, comments? Leave them down below. We will see you next time. Peace.